charged with working with the Chinese government to harass and intimidate Chinese dissidents living in the U.S.
But the officer's wife is telling a much different story, and she's speaking exclusively to Eyewitness News reporter Kristen Thorne, who is live in downtown Brooklyn with the story. Kristen.
Liz, Martha Burns says her husband, Michael McMahon, is a private investigator, not an extension of the Chinese government. But federal prosecutors are charging him with acting as an agent of a foreign government.
Every single day I wake up and I tell him, you did absolutely nothing wrong. You committed no crime. Bottom line. And everybody needs to know that. And they will, starting today.
Martha Burns spoke exclusively with Eyewitness News on the day she and her husband, Michael McMahon, have been waiting for. They believe it's a chance to prove that the former NYPD sergeant and father of 3 did not know he was working for the Chinese government when he was hired as a private investigator in 2016. Federal prosecutors allege he did know.
Yeah, this guy would betray his country for a few $1,000s to work for the Chinese government? I mean, nothing about it makes any sense, but we're still here. 2.5 years of this.
Burns says her husband had a decorated career in the NYPD until February of 2001 when he was involved in a high-speed car chase, crashed into a pole, and suffered serious injuries. He then went into work as a private investigator. In 2016, he was hired to track down a Chinese national in New Jersey, wanted for embezzling money from a construction company in China. McMahon's lawyer says McMahon did what any PI would do. He tracked down addresses and did surveillance, but never knew it was on behalf of the Chinese government. Kevin Tung says that's also true of his client, Flushing resident Jason Zhu, who's also being charged in the alleged scheme.
I'm here not defending the People's Republic of China. I'm here to defend my client, who is totally innocent, because they do not know.
Prosecutors say Zhu, McMahon, and Zhang Kongying of Brooklyn threatened and harassed several Chinese nationals in order to get them to return to China.
This is a guy who ran into burning buildings. He took on gunfire. He has sacrificed his health, his well-being, his everything for this city.
Burns says her husband had nothing to do with any of this. The trial is expected to last about 2 to 3 weeks. If McMahon is found guilty of these charges, he faces up to 10 years in prison. We're live in downtown Brooklyn. I'm Kristen Thorne, Channel 7.